In this next article from batshit crazy land, a la the Chicago Tribune, more migrant women say they didn't okay or didn't understand surgeries in ICE detention because they're suing the government for the free medical treatment that they got so they can get money from scamming us. Sitting across from her lawyer at an immigration detention center in rural Georgia, Malati Cardinti Fernandez unbuttoned her jail jumpsuit to show scars on her abdomen. There were 3 circular marks. 39-year-old woman from Cuba told she would undergo an operation to treat her ovarian cyst. But months later, she's still not sure what procedure she got. After Carnitari repeatedly requested her medical records to find out, Irwin County Detention Center gave her more than 100 pages showing diagnosis of cysts, but nothing from that day of the surgery. So obviously this is malpractice. Obviously. But they're claiming that ICE is giving hysterectomies to women to sterilize them. And then the only woman that they have on the lawsuit, she's 39 years old. Breeding ages are from 18 to 35. 39 years old. You can't have a baby anymore, pretty much. I know this because I'm 38, trying to find women who are able to have a baby who would date me. Few and far between, given my income level and age. So they're trying to say, because the medical records were missing, that ICE is sterilizing immigrant women. This is crazy. Okay, so do I have that other one? Let's look at this next one. This is batshit crazy. This is fucking insane. This one's from the Guardian of Fake News. ICE hysterectomy allegations in line with U.S.'s racist history of eugenics. Right. So like Europe doesn't have any sort of racist history of eugenics. Right. So obviously this story fits in with their critical race theory narrative, where they say the white man's bad, they're oppressing the illegal immigrants by giving them free health care. And that because one doctor committed malpractice at a private prison that is used to house ICE or illegal immigrants for the Immigration Customs Enforcement. Let's look to see, do these people say that it's a private prison? No. No, they don't. This is fake news. This is literally fake. Fact here. Got certified this shit. Boom! Fake news! The Guardian of Fake News is pretty egregious for their fake news. They have a extreme leftist bias. Their stories are nonsensical a lot of times. They write these stories for the audience. They want to believe that Donald Trump is a horrible person, that he's sterilizing immigrants, and it's because they push out fake news. People read the stories. It's really easy to scapegoat somebody who's not there. To just say, oh no, Donald Trump's just evil, misogynistic pig. Or the imaginary misogynistic pig. The imp pig boogeyman from MSNBC Southern Poverty Law Center. the one that mistreats and abuses women, locks them up, won't let them vote, won't let them work, won't let them have any friends, won't let them go to school, rapes them, and he puts burkas on him. It's really irritating. I'm tired of the fake news. I would like to come up here and quote Guardian articles and like not have to shred them to pieces for being complete fake news fucking garbage. But sadly, we live in a world where there's so much fake news. I could have a full-time job debunking fake news because these people write these stories for the audience. The people buy it. The people they're selling it to are in Europe. And then you get people on Facebook sharing it in the US. They think that the Guardian's perfectly legit because it fits their worldview. That's the problem with this shit. Is they didn't research into this at all. If they would have researched it, they would have said this happened in a private prison that the state contracted to house illegal immigrants. And that this is not ICE. This is a malpractice investigation on missing medical files. They're not claiming that the woman with ovarian cysts didn't require a hysterectomy because ovarian cysts usually don't require surgery unless you're having lots of pain for them. If you have lots of pain, if you're going and seeing a doctor for a cyst in your ovary because you're having pain, that means that you need to get your uterus chopped out. It needs you have to have a hysterectomy. Hysterectomies are the second most common operation that women have. 11.7% of women between the ages of 40 and 44 will get a hysterectomy. Where are my numbers coming from? They're coming from very trustworthy source. Let me find them. See, I got proof. I'm not fake news. I'm an engineer. You want numbers? I got numbers, baby. 11.7%. I'm really good with numbers. I'm freakishly good with numbers sometimes. So, I mean, I know, like sometimes I'll space out and I can't remember what I'm saying, but I will be able to remember some bizarre number here. Like, you remember that? Like, yeah. So 11.7% of women between the age 40 and 44 have had a hysterectomy, according to the CDC. So this article, what they're claiming is so they're saying ICE is sterilizing these women. They're coming in, and what do they show? What was the quote? This is the fucked up quote. So they're trying, the quote in the thing, that was some nurse had said it, was she said that they heard people in the ICE facility saying they're cutting all my stuff out. And it's like this story where you hear it, you're like, oh my God, they're doing that? Whoa, wow. And then you look into the allegations and it's just this one woman. She's trying to sue and they lost the records. That's malpractice. That's absolutely malpractice. Doctors should probably go to court. She said she did 1, maybe 2 hysterectomies. I think she hadn't looked at her documents. So This one, what is it? This article is saying that there are some other women that signed on. They didn't okay or understand surgery. So it goes from they're sterilizing women. Then you look into it, you're like, oh, it's just one woman, and she's 39 and she can't have a baby anymore. This shit is just, it's nonstop with Democrats. It's nonstop with them. And it's because they believe this shit. This is their worldview. They're sitting there in that ICE detention facility, these illegal immigrants. They're not undocumented. They're illegal. They're not allowed to be here. I don't care about your fucking feelings. Don't give a fuck. If white people were spilling over the border of Mexico and taking over Mexico, they would say the white people are being racist. They're conquering us and dominating us. You need to stop them because these white people are racist. That's what you'd say. But it's okay to do the other way around. It's perfectly okay to do the other way around. And it's because they're conquerors. They come from a long line of conquistadors that have stolen lots of people's land. So they don't give a fuck. It's a mind fuck with them. You're like, wait a minute, hold on. Let me get this straight. So a conquistador is shaming me, saying that I'm the conqueror and that we shouldn't enforce our immigration laws because that would be racist. So we have to let in the racist Mexicans because light-skinned Mexicans are racist. They were conquistadors. Conquistadors. Extremely racist. Mexicans are some of the most racist people out there. They think other people are inferior to them. We can't enforce our immigration laws. 56% of illegal immigrants come from Mexico. That's 1 in 20 Mexican citizens in the U.S. illegally. 20 illegal immigrants for every single homeless person on the street. A lot of these homeless people are banging cartel dope that they got from illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants can't work in the United States, so a lot of them traffic narcotics. It's true. Every last word of it is true. And so these people trying to shame us, be like, no, you're like a conqueror. You can't enforce your immigration policy. You kick us out. That's racist. And then this person's a conquistador. You're like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. So this, like most of the shit from the Democrats, is absolute nonsense. What else? What were these other people? Oh, this is the eugenics article. This is just such nonsense. Doesn't say anything about that this was a private prison. Probably not actually true because these people believe this. This is their worldview. They think Donald Trump's evil. America is racist, eugenic. They're like Nazis now. They're far right because they want to enforce their immigration law. All these people in Europe are fruitcake, dude. These hate speech laws have turned these people into brain dead morons. They literally are like blathering idiots. Honestly, I think that a brick has more intelligence than European liberals. I think a brick has more intelligence than American liberals too. But I digress.